Dear students, our next topic is the respiratory system. First of all, the first point is it is the pneumatic system. A pneumatic system means the compressed air to transmit and control energy. That is simply a pneumatic system means. That is a respiratory system is a pneumatic system. So a system that works with air pressure and air pump, that is diaphragm, which alternatively create negative and positive pressures in a sealed chamber. Air pump, that is a diaphragm. You won't confuse with the other diaphragm. Here is a medical term which alternatively create negative and positive pressures in a sealed chamber, that is thoracic cavity. Then what is negative pressure in a sealed chamber? Negative pressure means when we inhale, the diaphragm and muscles between our ribs contract and it creating a negative pressure or vacuum inside our chest cavity. That is, this negative pressure draws the air that you breathe into our lungs. That is called a negative pressure that is created in the body. But the positive pressure means it is a method of mechanical ventilation in which pressure is maintained to increase the volume of gas remaining in the lungs at the end of expiration. That is all about the negative and positive pressure. Then another term is called thoracic cavity. The thoracic cavity means it is the chest cavity. It is the second largest hollow space of the body. It is enclosed by ribs, vertebral column, etc. That is all about the positive pressure, negative pressure and the thoracic cavity. The thoracic cavity sucked air into and forced out into two elastic bags, that is called lungs. The lungs are connected to the external environment through a passway, that is the nasal cavity. That is, we inhale and exhale. Nasal cavities, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi and bronchioles. You just note down the main parts in the respiratory system, that is the diaphragm, that is bronchiole, lung, bronchi, trachea, larynx, pharynx and nasal cavity. At one point, this passage is common with the tube that carries liquid and solids to stomach. Also, this is same as the tube that carries liquid and solid to stomach. But a special valving arrangement interrupts the respiratory system whenever solid or liquid passes through the common region. That is the main peculiarity of this region. And this passage divides carry air into each bag. That is the two bags in the lungs and it divides the carry air into each bag. In each bag, it is subdivided many times to carry air into and out of each of many tiny air spaces, that is called pulmonary alveoli, and that is the next point is in case of nasal blockage, that is any problem in our nasal, an air input can be taken from the mouth. That is already know. Then that is oxygen is taken from the environment or air and it transferred to the blood. And carbon dioxide is transferred from blood to air. That is, in case of inspiration, we take oxygen, and expiration, the carbon dioxide is given out. And the system has a number of fixed volume and capacities. Then another term is tidal volume. It is the volume of air that inspired and expired during each normal breath. That is, in case of each normal breath, the amount of air that we inspired and expired. Then the inspiratory reserve volume. That is, additional volume of air can be inspired after a normal inspiration. That is, when we run fastly or when we move fastly, that is additional volume of air that can be inspired or expired. That is called the inspiratory reserve volume. And expiratory reserve volume means additional volume that can be expired after a normal expiration. That is called expiratory reserve volume. The residual volume, after the inspiration and expiration, an amount of air remaining in the lungs after all possible air has been forced out. That is called the residual volume. Vital capacity means the addition of above 3 points. That is the tidal volume. Tidal volume means the volume of air inspired, expired, then the inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve volume. That is called about the vital capacity. Next is the blood purification in the human body. That is, we already know our functioning of the body depends upon the proper functioning of our blood. That is, we take toxins into our body daily. Toxins means the impurities, and these toxins disrupt the functions of our internal organ. That is, when we breathe or when we eat, when toxins is get into our body, and this may interrupt the functions of our normal body function. Then regular detoxification of our body is important. That is, we have to thoroughly detoxify our body. Detoxifying the body and blood and body helps to remove harmful toxins from our body and improve the functioning of our vital organs such as kidney and liver. That is, the detoxification is very important for the proper functioning of kidney and liver. That is, when our body has too much toxins, that is, if many impurities are present in our body, the vital organs may start to damage and underperform. That is, we show some symptoms like allergies, low immunity, headache, fatigue, and other problems. That is, the lungs help to remove these toxins, that is, the carbon dioxide from the blood. The kidneys remove water soluble waste. That is, the kidneys act as a filtering organ in our body. That is, the kidneys remove water soluble waste, and the liver removes fat soluble waste. That is, you just note that point. The lungs help to remove carbon dioxide, kidney remove water soluble waste, and the liver removes fat soluble waste. Then the unoxygenated blood comes into right atrium of heart by superior and inferior vena cava, which then passes to right ventricle, then to lungs by pulmonary artery. That the function of the heart we already studied in the cardiac system. In lungs, this blood get oxygenated. That is, inside the lungs, this blood get oxygenated or purified, then goes into the left chamber of heart, from which blood is passed to aorta and then circulated to all parts of the body. Here is the figure showing the healthy lungs, then the healthy alveoli. Then some of the harmful particles are trapped into alveoli. Then the alveoli is become inflammatory. Inflammatory chemicals dissolve alveolar septum. Then the large air cavity lined with the carbon deposits formed. A last figure, that is, the lungs is in impure form, that is, the lungs is heavily damaged. That is all about the respiratory system in the human body. Thank you.